So I wanted to get a video all compiled into one, so you've got one spot you can go to look at the skills we've covered with Mr. Larry here. So this first exercise is called Relax on a Mat. And what we're doing in this exercise is we just break out a mat, which is the cue for Mr. Larry to come on over and give us a DOWN and then rest his little chin down on the mat. And this is a desensitization and counter conditioning exercise. So we want Mr. Larry to be able to get himself in a really relaxed body posture so that he can start to work through his big emotions. So that's overexcitement or anxiety. So initially we started working on this with fearful dogs and aggressive dogs, and then started to realize that every dog should just have this tool in their toolbox, which is basically emotional intelligence in a nutshell. And it's basically a fake it till you make it situation. Initially, we're really excited, but we're trying to relax ourselves down, calm ourselves down. And then eventually we get to where we really do have that emotional intelligence and can work through whatever that given stimulus is. So if it's a specific sound, you can simply you can Google that sound and put it on a super low volume setting, slowly ratchet it up over time. If it's a stimulus that they can see, something visual, you can just do it from a distance they're comfortable with and get closer and closer over time. But we just want to give them something that they can be successful with, and then get more and more comfortable with whatever the given stimulus is over time. So this is hugely impactful for giving Larry the ability to work through those big emotions. It's really the crux of having a really great dog, is the ability for them to relax and self-soothe. So really the most important exercise that we go over. Let's toss a treat off the mat here and keep on working on our different skills. So we worked a lot on our name recognition, and so we simply want Mr. Larry to look at us every time we say his name. So some exercises that we can do for that are as follows. Larry, take a treat, drag it up towards our face. As soon as Larry makes eye contact, we're going to clicker that moment. Then I'm going to just say his name when he's looking around. Larry. Very good. So we're not dragging the treat up on that one, which makes it more challenging. Then I can drag a treat out to the side. I'm going to give him an artificial distraction. Larry, he's got to be able to come back and make some great eye contact, even though he's interested in the treat that's out here. So again, making it more challenging. And lastly, I'm going to take a treat, drop it on the ground over here. Larry, he's got to be able to focus in on me, even though he's interested in eating the treat that's down here on the ground. Larry, come. It's always a great opportunity to work on our recall. So when we're throwing these treats around, you can work on your own. Larry, come. And when you're working with a partner, we encourage you to start to work from further and further distances and in different environments. That's what will increase the difficulty level there. Larry, sit. Very good. Larry, down. Boy. Larry, stay. Good boy. Larry, stay. So with our stay, we're returning to Larry for the time being. So we want him to completely be stationary, and they really get that by you returning to them. So we don't want to have a stay and then do a recall afterwards. You certainly do that as he gets better and better with his stay, and you're really comfortable with it. Then you can get far away from him, tell him stay, and then you can simply call him over. Larry, touch. This is our targeting exercise. So we want Mr. Larry to be able to go wherever we need him to go simply by putting our hand down, touch. And we don't want to have to physically coerce him. And so this is a good way to get him to navigate where he needs to go. It's also the beginning of agility training. I've seen folks use it to get their dogs to jump up in cars, so it has all sorts of great, cool, useful applications. So next, let's go over his leave it exercise as he gets some double treats. He was hacking on some treats, so freebies. All right, leave it. Good. So we're really looking for that definitive pullback, and the instant that he pulls back is the clickable moment. Leave it. And with a leave it, as well as all the other commands, we simply want to say it one time, and that'll give him an opportunity to work through that. Leave it. Good job. And lastly, we've got our space exercise. Larry, space. So what we want on this is for him to give us a little space as he's approaching. Larry, space. This is our anti-jumping exercise. Lastly, let's try one from behind. Space. So just so you know, the requirement on space is simply that he gives us a 2-foot bubble around us. So as long as he meets that requirement, he's done what we're looking for. So that is a very, very good job, Mr. Laird. Sit. Good job, bud. Perfect. Very, very, very good, sir.